Camping in the Coronado National Forest has been absolutely awesome. And you know me, I had to get out and do a little bit of hiking here. The Sky Islands of Coronado National Forest are really fascinating. So you've got the flat desert, and these things come rising up out of the desert, thousands of feet. And they provide a very critical habitat for so much wildlife, for migrating birds. And you can totally understand why people who live around here love them. You're out there in the hot desert, you can come up here and be in a totally different ecosystem. You've got trees, you've got mountain hikes, you've got little creeks running. I don't know if you can hear that over there or not. Camping here also turned out to be a great base for a number of things that I wanted to do in this area. Fort Huachuca is an active Army post with 3 outstanding military museums. The first houses historical artifacts and stories from before the fort existed, through the fort's founding, and up into World War II, with a special emphasis on Buffalo soldiers and the 10th Cavalry, which pursued and defeated Pancho Villa. The second museum focuses on unmanned aerial surveillance, or drones, and military communications. Fort Huachuca was an excellent location for developing and testing drones that the Army would use in battlefield situations. The third and newest museum is all about military intelligence. The exhibit starts with the Revolutionary War and extends into the modern age. In addition to the stories of people, successes, failures, and technology, along with some of the actual intelligence gleaned by the Army's spies and networks of informants, the museum houses some significant artifacts, including an enigma and a section of the Berlin Wall. I've checked in at the visitor center. This hike to Coronado's cave, and the cave itself is supposed to be pretty popular, but when I arrived at the trailhead, there was nobody here. So I'm heading up the trail right now, hoping that some other people have been coming from other places, or that somebody comes behind me. I really am not super keen on going into a cave by myself. Guess what? We are there. Well, there's only a little bit of light left back up that way. I've been in a few caves, but I've never gone solo into one. It's not the best idea, but I've contacted 2 friends. Both of them know who to watch for a satellite message from me in a couple of hours. And I've checked in at the visitor center. I was really hoping there'd be some other people up here, but nobody yet. All right. Into the dark we go. All right, we're gonna keep going this way. There we go. There's a little bit of extra light. Oh, now we're getting to see some of the geological features, which my brain is not wanting to pull up right now. I've turned off all my lights, but it's kind of interesting to go into true, complete darkness. It really is amazing how much your sense of hearing ramps up. You can almost feel it, like, seeking, like reaching out into the dark, listening so carefully for any sounds at all. Well, that was interesting. I'm up and out of the cave and ready to head back down to my Jeep. It's an interesting experience to be in absolute darkness like that. Not a huge fan of it, but definitely an experience worth having once in a while just to feel what something like that would be like, especially when you know you're going to be able to climb out pretty quickly. Coronado National Memorial, national treasure number 49 on my ultimate American quest. It was really cool to get to go and have Coronado Cave all to myself here in the memorial. And I was kind of sad coming out. I actually saw a family heading up that I hope they don't have to send search and rescue in to get. But that's how it is when you go to a lot of these places. People do a lot of dumb stuff. Anyway, I went back to the visitor center mainly to say, hey, there's somebody heading to the cave that may need some help, and got to talking with one of the rangers, and he recommended that I drive up to Montezuma Pass, which is where I am right now, and take another short hike to Coronado Peak. He said it's not that far of a hike. You'll probably enjoy the views up there. But what is interesting, and what I didn't know, was I get to check off National Treasure number 50, because for a short period of time heading up onto the peak, I will be hiking on the Arizona National Scenic Trail. So cool! 2 in 1 day. Yeah, that's Coronado Peak up there. Got a few more stairs to go up before I reach the summit. So I probably should be heading back to my campsite to have the salad that I bought yesterday at the grocery store, but saw this place. And man, a hamburger sounds so good. So I'm gonna go check this out. Okay, here we go. I'm about to try this bacon beast. It looks so good. Got a little bit of their special sauce to try on it too. We're going to give that a little bit of a go. I can almost feel my arteries clogging with this. It is so good. So I went ahead and loaded it up with tomato, lettuce, pickle, and stuff to see how it is this way. Even better. This is exactly what I needed after hiking. And now it is time to wrap up this meal with some horchata bites covered in chocolate and caramel. And a stupid huge amount of whipped cream. That's good. That was a really good one. Well, I like that. All right, I'm gonna be waddling back to the campsite here pretty soon. The Jeep and the trailer are set up and ready to roll out this morning. Got a little bit of a bumpy road to get out of here, but this has been just a fantastic week being able to hang out here in Coronado National Forest. But it is now time to get the next leg of this adventure underway. I'm at Our Lady of the Sierras, and I want to head up and check out the chapel, and it's showing me that there's a brick walkway, you go that way, but there's also this staircase that heads up and winds its way up, and it looks like it has the Stations of the Cross on it, heading up to that giant cross up there. So I think I'm going to go over and head up this way. Sure enough, these are Stations of the Cross. That's what I would have guessed. Well, I've gotten a little bit closer. Oh. All right. Oh, another staircase. So I've made it up to the base of this cross and statue of Mary. They are definitely not small. Do not climb on the rocks. Oh, parents will be held responsible. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Okay, so we're at the chapel. Oh, let's see if we can see inside. All right. Check out the ceiling. I love these candle holders too. Well, I'm getting close to the top. You can see it's a pretty amazing view from up here. Looks like a little shrine up here. Oh, it's a representation of the tomb. Oh, that's kind of interesting. And whatever's in there is behind a locked gate and a locked door. Okay. There's the top. Okay, I can say I made it. And now, I'm gonna head back down. So I've been driving around to Arizona. I've seen these Bisbee Breakfast Club restaurants. I haven't eaten in one, but when I came down off of Coronado Peak to Montezuma Pass, there was a older gentleman there, an Army veteran named Tom, that we got to talking, and he recommended Bisbee Breakfast Club. And since I am in Bisbee, Arizona, I'm gonna go to the original Bisbee Breakfast Club and have a little bit of breakfast. Homemade corned beef hash and a monster biscuit with gravy that's probably more than enough for me to eat as my breakfast. Wow, that's, oh my goodness, that is so good. Yeah, whoever makes the corned beef here knows what they're doing. All right, I just picked up this biscuit. Look at this. This thing is the size of my fist. This is the side. And it comes with gravy. So, I'll be having little biscuits and gravy too. Whoever makes the gravy here is a person after my own heart. Very peppery. It is very good. The restaurant is in the historic downtown of Lowell, Arizona. The locals have turned it into a tourist attraction, leaving old cars on the road next to the historic buildings. I found another great camping spot. It's on some BLM land above Bisbee, which is just perfect for what I want to do. I'm going to be spending the weekend up here working, and then early next week I'm going to go check out a few more things in Bisbee. So this is where I'll be, and I can tell you, it's not too bad of a place. And there's Bisbee right down there.